Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 10.33, and we're going to continue this here. My OBS changed. I hope everything is working right. That's the software I use to record the videos. Okay, armor unit training in advance. There we go. Now, it's been a week since I last played this approximately. I know we're starting into the 39 technologies. We're, well, a year away from the historical start of the war. Let's do aircraft prototype evaluations. Let's look at production here. I wanted to readjust these. Right, this is good. Okay, so I'm take a quick look here. We're still producing a bunch of factories. I don't think we're going to get over, I think it's 630 and 39. I hope not, but we can always adjust the laws. But getting that, we got the Scharnhorst and Gneisenau in production, getting ready for launching another aircraft. Naval bomber as opposed to seaplane. Motorized, some mountain divisions, submarines, some more. These guys are faster to build and they build up your practicals, and they're going to be useful. Same with some of these, but we're also building up, and these will get through a lot sooner than we can see here. That's about, and the war would be starting, though we may be starting in early 40s, springtime 40, springtime for Hitler and Germany. About closest you're going to get me to even pretending to sing. And so coming through here, some more divisions that we're going to use some of the headquarters events that are showing up in units of the Third Reich, more submarines, some the coastal that will build fast, slightly cheaper but build faster, and build up practicals. A second big heavy transport on a lot of those, and then some convoys and escorts. Decided to put the Prinz Eugen into the production queue once it gets there, and then some more fighters, seaplanes, some more divisions, and then we're going to do a couple more convoys, and then we'll see about from there. Fighter pilot training is advanced, very nice. Now them fighter pilots know how to pilot fighters. Yeah, mostly just 39 already, or okay, well, okay, let's look quickly now at who has money and that might be willing to trade with me. They have money. Do they want supplies by any chance? No. Okay. Hungary, maybe? Is Hungary hungry for some fuel? No. Or even supplies, maybe? The USA. They want, but they don't have much. But we'll give them what we can. There we go. Spearhead Doctrine, I think this is over here. Tank cruise training, there it is, okay. Now we don't want to pursue a 1941 tech, that's for sure. Okay, there we have tank crew training. Build speed takes longer. Okay, medium fuel tank research advance, which allows research of some medium aircraft here. Let's start with flying boats. Boats that fly. I would so far say that this is almost stable, which means it's not stable, but it's so far playable. Where before with GGA, I've been getting to the point that I don't know that it'd be playable. And I don't know if this is going to be stable and playable enough if I'm clicking on a lot of units. I'm still not sure on that, you know, as into playing, you know, giving orders and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to see, sort of waiting for the war to happen. Okay, let's again look at, refresh this list. A bunch of people, but they have excess income, but they don't want to buy anything from me. Is it something I said? Come on. We're just National Socialists here. We thought you all loved socialism. What is the Soviets like? I didn't see them, how bad. Okay. Oh, they got money. They got money. They need supplies. I don't know why they weren't top list, or did I just miss them? Probably just missed them. Okay, 8. That's... There we go. Nearly 8. Give them a little bit of cushion so they get it and won't just stop. Argentina, we give them money? No. No. We will need more rare materials sometime, but Argentina didn't want to buy any supplies from me, so I don't want to give them money for rare materials. Let's go over aircraft prototypes and do naval bombers. Start that research. We want to bomb people's navals. Why, I'm not sure, but you know, it's the thing to do. We want to be hip and happen in the 1930s sort of way. Okay, what are they? Right, okay, well, we're gonna go with this, yes. We'll form this. This will give us some... form the motorized unit for a while. We'll get a motorized core, okay. The first Vienna Award, let's see. I think that is to give this area to... Are we going to take all of... Yeah, okay, this is ending Czechoslovakia as well, okay. Slovakia, getting Slovakia as a puppet, yeah, we'll do that. So now we have done this, got a huge... It was sort of waiting, I think, to get to down below 2 level in descent, 2 points. Now, of course, this did happen in early 39. I think what January, February may have said in the event. But, alright, you have decided to guarantee the independence of Poland. Nah, they ain't gonna do that. That's just a lot of BS from them. Okay, we can invade Poland whenever we want. They won't do nothing about it. Buy production license. Yeah, 5 units, interceptors. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, mobile unit command and control advance. Very nice. And that is here. Now we're going to come over here and go with, let's see, I guess, light bombers. Right, we should be getting more of this. Research and whatnot, leadership. Okay, Volshemir division, historic divisions, give all the HQs now, no need. We're going to go with historical divisions. And yes, let's see, what we're going to do though is, because we are pushing ahead with a lot of these, and we are been fluctuating up and down there, so we're going to okay, well, let's lock this in. Let's unlock that. Let's okay, right now let's give them yeah, okay, we'll do that. Lock that in. Espionage. Well, we're pretty low on spies, but we have a lot of diplomats, so let's just tweak this down. I know we're eating up some of that. And lock that in. So the rest, any extra leadership should give us more officers so that we can continue to build this up. I know, of course, we can, you know, ramp this up a lot if we're getting to mid-late 39 and we're not at or above 100%. Okay, HMS Anson is launched. Not lost. Okay, Mein Führer, our spies have stolen blueprints that let us improve our abilities with heavy bomber crew training to level 4, giving the following benefit. Well, that is very nice and actually useful. Let's see, heavy bomber crew training here. Or I guess ground crew. Probably did it say ground crew? Yeah, ground crew training. Okay, very good. Because we had been only at this, so I bumped it up to that. So we're at level 5 instead of level 3, so it was a 2-level jump. We're not planning on building any heavy bombers, but we are planning and we are building 2 heavy transports, which are use the same training levels. I'm sure it will help. Not how much ground crew training will actually help for France is mobilizing for a aircraft that I want to desperately keep out of combat. Okay, so we have okay, the Slovak army is moving there. Very good. Build air bases in Osmart 4. Fine, that's just a notification, really. You could decide not to, but you've already paid for it. These aren't free. These you pay for, whether they're cheaper or not. I'm not absolutely sure. We would give them money for rare materials. Okay, yes. Now, yes, we're going to do this. Now, we got a bunch more ICs over here. Okay, we can see here they're still going to take a little while to build up some, but we got more rare materials, or more materials of various types. Not sure how much was rare. Some of it obviously here is. Not sure whether it is over whether it's a gain, whether it's more than what it is 8. So, and we need for the factories that we acquired or not, I don't know. But yeah, we got more. We obviously have plenty of coal. Okay, I'm seeing, are we still importing coal? We might be, because I know I imported coal early on because of some of the stuff. Okay, importing, okay, we're gonna, which may hurt some of our other trade deals with Japan or not, I don't know. It's not much, I'm sure, because, well, it's yes3 money, so we're gonna stop that from Japan. Yes, we're sort of basically maxed out. I'm not absolutely sure whether this number is actually larger and we're just only seeing the 9s, or whether it's just pegging up at that. And just anything extra is just lost. I don't know, but that's a big enough cushion for that. No smoking. I remember back in the late 1970s, they started putting in no smoking sections in restaurants. It was just going to be a section. Most of the restaurant gets to be smoking, but you know, some people don't want to have cigarettes. Now, of course, smoking is bad everywhere. And if you think this is out of self-interest, I do not smoke. I do not like smoking, but I am also believe in freedom. What do you know? See, that's, you know, all these leftist people want to call people, you know, fascists and whatever else, you know, on the right. Well, I'm just too into freedom to want to be a fascist. You know, really, people, I really am into sort of, you know, freedom and all that good, all that, well, I think it's good, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I make a very lousy fascist. And even a worse Nazi. You know, of course, a terrible socialist of any sort, yeah, because I want freedom. Yeah, I believe in a social safety net. I'm not a you know, hardcore libertarian. I am not. I believe in societies and communities, and government does have a role. We give them energy. Sure, you can have energy. Does have a role, but to help out with healthcare, but not run the healthcare system, people. Okay, close air support units. That I believe is down here. So yeah, oh, I think that is, let me see. Spearhead Doctrine, yes, that is over here. I guess it's the one here that is grayed out now. Any other 39s on this board here? No, that we're not researching. Okay, political indoctrination. All right, we'll do that just to do that. Well, you may have energy, certainly, Sweden. You know, I just, for all the, and I know there's some left people that watch the channel, and I'm really appreciative that they watch the channel. I want to talk to people who disagree with me. I mean, you know, and I you know, not just me talk at them, but talk to them, and they talk back at me. You know, I'm not, you know, like I say, I want, okay, we have enough supplies. So what we're going to do here is we're gonna, but I still want to make sure that I'm producing more than I'm using, even though that is sort of pegged out right now. I think a lot of this might be because of the Czechoslovakian thing. Well, let's lower that down. Then put more units into actual production where we're going to be getting with these guys. Very good. Now let's save this. Let's keep saving. Good. And see, that's what really seems strange to me is left always, you know, is going air bases or ICs probably. Want to call us fascists and whatnot. I'm just, you know, too into freedom. Now I do question democracy. This sort of straight up, that's different than representative government and voting within it. There is, you know, people voting. I'm for people voting. This is why I'm a constitutionalist, and whatnot. And I like constitutions, but you can even have an authoritarian government that is non-democratic, you know, like a king. But the authority is not necessarily a you know, heavy-handed authority, because you can have an authoritarian. You know, I mean, how the level of state control can be heavy in a democracy. Can be very heavy, you know, and everyone can agree upon it and vote for it, and keep voting for it. And you can have, you know, whether it's a dictator or a monarchy, or just, you know, an elected president or something, but that has power, but doesn't have to go to Parliament or Congress or whatever, but can stay out of people's lives. Okay, Dr. Lutz Heck, Heck cattle. That's him. It's just a generic picture that I think I may have sepia-toned that, or maybe it was sepia-toned, I don't know, of sort of Southwest Africa. Yes, he goes down to South Africa. He is the Director Zerstrungen des Zoologischen Gartens, basically the Berlin Zoo. Would like to travel to Southwest Africa, our former colony, to get more animals for the Berlin Zoo. We can send them. It costs us some money and supplies. Improves relations with South Africa or not. We will send them. No penalty for not, but a little bit of a cost. A little bit of improved relations with South Africa, though I don't know that it does us any good by two. Meaning, I don't think we'll trade with them. I think they'll still go, and the Allies can go to war with us, but still, it's the choice you can do. Okay, well, okay. Send SMS Schleswig-Holstein to the West Indies. That is, I mean, the ship doesn't actually go anywhere, really. No, we want to click out here. No, that's the Hanover. There's the Hessian. There's the Schleswig-Holstein. We actually have it here. Historically, it did go at approximately this time. Schleswig-Holstein to the West Indies on a training and goodwill mission, right? They did send it out there. It did go. There was a complement of 850 men, including 150 cadets, naval cadets. And those are the port of call as best I could understand it. Again, that improves our relationship. Countries like Mexico will probably still go to war with us eventually. Not do much, but and others probably won't be too friendly, but they won't be unfriendly either. And that is an exercise in national might. Of course, you know, everybody out there is more worried about the U.S. and what they may do. But hey, you know, Germany might intervene in some battle. They're just demonstrated they have a ship that can get there and back and not sink. And be big enough to sink, at least in the southern Caribbean, because that's sort of where they went to, northern South America. Well, they could probably sink most of the, you know, fleets there locally. Now, you get down to Brazil, Argentina, Chile, they actually still have some, and they buy even, get more after World War II, surplus stuff, but they also have some fairly big ships. They're in a bit of a naval race earlier on. Okay, armor-piercing Chapped Advance affects a lot of stuff, and that is armor-piercing Capped Advance 39. We're going to let that continue. So yeah, some of those nations, the Schleswig-Holstein, you go far enough South America, and you go, that's way old, out of date, too bad, Germany. But like all of the, this is my understanding, all of the cadets kept a journal of that journey, and they would do things like make watercolor paintings of the ports and other land features as they're sailing around. We give them money. Well, you don't buy our raw materials or our manufactured materials or supplies. Yes, you can have that. And so you have cadets that might end up in things, I don't know, like submarines, going down and looking at ports and naval features and getting briefed upon currents and conditions and whatnot, just in case they happen to go down there later in submarines. That's sort of some of the reasons for things like that. I'm sort of kind of hoping that, let's pause this. Was there going to be more steel coming out of some of these places? Czechoslovakia, left over from the old Austro-Hungarian Empire, did have a moderately good steel industry, but of actually producing steel, but it might not have been terribly big. It was, my understanding, the biggest sort of industrialized area for Austria-Hungary, but again, that's Austria-Hungary and not Germany. So, well, I think there's still, I know there's still more 4-year plan stuff coming along. Okay, pause. Let's go back to this. Lost our little energy deal. Okay, Sudeten SA was one of the last 26,000 men strong at its peak, joined the SA after the Sudetenland joined the Reich. So we have this, another little group here. We're going to select all and then say no upgrades and then select here. Select here. And then we're going to find a higher, is Dresden a good? Yeah, Dresden's up here, I guess. So there we go. So put them in there. These were actually fairly well armed and trained as soldiers, these SA men. So these had been the sort of the Freikorps guys that are, many of the Freikorps guys that were trained by the Germans to cause problems and do guerrilla warfare for when they were going to go to war with Czechoslovakia. That didn't happen. German fighter ground control units. No, it's under air. We're going to let that continue because I think we had to have radar in operation before we started pushing on that. Some of those tactical air support advance Sudeten SA units, they actually get sent into, I think this is over here. Yeah, I think it's the grayed out one. Okay. As combat units during the invasion of Poland. There were also some, I believe, well, I haven't found too much hard data for it, but SA units up in the Danzig area that fought during it. Maybe I have read, I don't know. I think for the there, but there's definitely both local SS units that fought here, along with some Totenkopf elements that were brought in and sort of made out to be local, like SS types in Danzig. Okay, rare materials. We're down here. We're expanding. Okay. So, but really, to my knowledge, only the possible Danzig use and the Sudeten SA is involved in the invasion of Poland is the only times that we're really getting SA units going in as combat units until you get to the end of the war and raising the Volksstrom. that a lot of those are older SA men, because all the young guys are already at war. Twin engine pilot training advance. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. There's a cast pilot. There we go. Take that one down. Well, let's get radar going a little better. Like, I know I've said this before, but I know not everyone watches everything. Hitler really doesn't feel terribly safe with the army until conscription comes around. You know about War of the Worlds, I presume, I don't know. But till conscription happens again, because then they start conscripting a lot of SA men into the army. And that's when he starts to feel that the army cannot just be used as an instrument to get rid of the Nazis. Whether he's right or wrong about that, I'm not sure, but that's my understanding is his feelings. Okay. Tournament of Paul Ludwig von Kleist. Event. Okay, well. Due to the French affair, was forced into early retirement, but was recalled active duty on August the same year. Was given command of that. Well, okay, we're not quite there. Which became retire the general. Remove, no need. We're going to do the no need. We're going to let him stay here. Hopefully that's a good choice. Okay, well, we've got low popularity. We want to be popular. Reich Protector van Roth. We're going to send him there. The Skoda works. Excellent. Germany took over. So from the Czechoslovakia, the Skoda works. Using the 35T, the 30 Panzer, yeah, Panzer, right. Now it's one other, very good. Okay, let's save this. Okay, well, I think we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for getting this far into the video. Really do appreciate it. And, of course, come back next time for even more, yes, more Black Ice. See you all, folks.